Okay, in this example, I'm going to show you how to find the distance between 2 points. So we have the point -4,9 and the point 10, -2. First of all, the distance formula is the square root of x1 minus x2 squared plus y1 minus y2 squared. So let's label our points up here. This is x1 and y1. This is x2 and y2. So our distance is -4 minus 10 squared, and y1 is 9, so 9 minus -2 squared. So -4 minus 10 is -14 squared. 9 minus a -2 is 9 plus 2, so that's 11 squared. And then 14 squared, gotta grab my calculator, I think I know it, 196. And then 11 squared is 121. So you add that together and you get 317. So if you take the square root of 317, you get a decimal. It's not a perfect square. It doesn't come down to an integer. So you start checking your perfect squares to see if it will reduce. Perfect squares are like 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, etc. So you just start dividing and checking. Well, 317 divided by 4 isn't going to work because it's not an even number. So I'm going to try 9. 317 divided by 9 is 35.2. That doesn't work. 16 won't work because it's even. 25 won't work because I can tell it doesn't end in a 25 or 50. 36 isn't going to work because it's even. So 317 divided by 49 comes out to be 6.5. So because I got a number smaller than 49, I know none of these are going to work. So that means this is my simplest radical form. Okay? Another way to think about that, to get the 14 and the 11, is to picture the graph of these. -4, 9 would be over here somewhere, and 10, -2 would be over here somewhere. So if we want to find the distance between them, and that might not go exactly through 0, 0, it just kind of looks like it does. Draw a right triangle. Okay, well, the reason we took -4 minus 10 was to get this distance. So that turned out to be 14. So you can just think, how far apart are 10 and -4? And they're 14 apart. That's a little bit easier than this. Then over here, this is at 2. No, that's at 9, sorry. That's at 9, and this is at -2. So this distance here is how far apart are 9 and -2. Well, that's 11. So if you can think of that easier than 9 minus a -2, that gives you your 11. The reason we subtract these is to get the lengths of these sides, the 14, and it doesn't matter if you end up with -14 squared or +14 squared, because a negative times a negative is a positive. So if you type in -14 squared, make sure you do parentheses, -14 parentheses squared, because you'll always get a positive number when you square it. But if you type in -14 squared, that's a negative times 14 times 14. So don't type it in like that. You'll always, always, always have positive numbers added together here. Okay, hope that helps.